Have you ever heard of a 40 hours devotion? It is one of the greatest treasures of the Church, where the faithful take turns praying in adoration for 40 hours. Amazing graces are given during adoration, and many people have experienced healings of body, mind, and soul. St. Charles Borromeo likens it to the 40 hours Christ's body remained in the tomb. St. Philip Neri, the apostle to Rome in the late 1500s, introduced and promoted the devotion in Rome around 1550. St. Ignatius Loyola did as well, and the Jesuits took the practice to Germany. Pope Clement VIII encouraged the spread of this devotion, writing, "We have determined to establish publicly in this mother city of Rome an uninterrupted course of prayer in such ways that in the different churches on appointed days there be observed the pious and salutary devotion of the 40 hours, with such an arrangement of churches and times that at every hour of the day and night, the whole year round, the incense of prayer shall ascend without intermission before the face of the Lord." The practice spread rapidly and eventually reached the United States. Among its chief promoters was St. John Newman. One night, he was working very late at his desk and fell asleep in his chair. The candle on his desk burned down and charred some of the papers, but the words were still readable. He awoke, surprised and thankful that the fire had not destroyed what had been written or spread further. He fell on his knees to give thanks to God and heard the voice of Jesus say, "As the flames are burning here without consuming or injuring the writing, so shall I pour out my grace in the Blessed Sacrament." He was told not to fear any opposition and not to hesitate, because many souls would benefit and the practice would glorify God. Many people over the centuries have witnessed light streaming from the Eucharist or a glow around the monstrance. Newman instituted the 40 hours devotion in his diocese and asked that each parish host the practice every year. The 40 hours devotion then became popular and spread to other dioceses in the United States. The graces being given during adoration are so enormous, so overwhelming, that St. Joseph Cupertino couldn't pass the Eucharist without falling into ecstasy and levitating off the ground, often in the presence of many witnesses. As St. Alphonsus Liguori once wrote, "Of all devotions, that of adoring Jesus in the Blessed Sacrament is the greatest after the sacraments themselves, the one dearest to God, and the one most helpful to us. Seek out adoration in your area, or talk to your pastor about establishing a 40 hours devotion at your church."